Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. I'm Khierstyn Ross, and we today are going to be covering a video on e-commerce. And specifically customer retention strategies. So if you are like most brands, you're focusing so much on new customer acquisition that you tend to forget about the money that is to be made in your list as in your existing customer base. So we're going to be taking a look at one of my favorite brands today in the men's grooming space, Copenhagen Grooming. And we're going to take a look at what they do to actually onboard their customers behind the scenes to really start building that relationship and etc. So also, guys, if you're watching this video, this is a live that we did in our private Facebook community for e-commerce sellers. So if you are looking at connecting with other like-minded people to get behind the scenes strategies and connect with like-minded individuals and to get new tips before they drop publicly, grab a link to Launch and Scale. It is below this video in the resource section. And apart from that, let's get into the video. Today, I am going to be covering customer onboarding using and it's way sexier than what I just made it sound, but customer onboarding using a men's grooming company example, because I think that while we in e-commerce and selling online can talk a lot about like theory and what could work, but there's no better example or better way to learn than actually to model or study what other brands are doing to really learn what sort of experience that you want to have. So while we get ready for today, where are you watching from? I am in Toronto, which you probably know by now. It's like super hot and muggy. We're having one of those summer weeks, or maybe it's the whole summer, where it goes between like 95 degrees, 80% humidity, and then it storms at night, and then it breaks the humidity, and then it starts all over again with like 95, 100 degree weather, etc. So let me know where you are watching from. And guys, it is 12 o'clock, so let's jump in. So customer onboarding, customer retention, what does this mean? Well, when you are selling online, I think that we get really obsessive over acquiring new customers. We obsess over if we're doing the right amount of marketing, if we're sending enough traffic to our website, if we're getting sales, right? And the reality is that this is super important. You obviously need customers on the front end, but as you start to scale your business, what ends up happening is so many brands end up forgetting about actually nurturing their customers once someone becomes a customer. And how do you actually hold on to that? So customer retention is a measurement of once you get somebody to buy your product, how do you get them to stick around? How do you get them to use your product, to become a die-hard fan of your product? How do you, especially if you're selling a product that other brands might have, and if you happen to be in a super competitive space, how do you make it so that the customer prefers to shop with you versus another brand? And this comes down to customer onboarding and customer retention. And this is like, we can have a whole day dedicated to customer retention strategies and how to differentiate your brand. But something that my goal for today is so that we can really take a look at, making sure that you're focusing on your customers. So number one, you don't just want to focus 100% of your marketing activities on new customer acquisition and then forgetting about your customer once they buy something from you. Because the reality is that there's no easier sale to get than if you have already sold something to someone and they enjoy your product. So you want to give them a channel or a way to like come back and buy from you again. So there's a company that I love, just my partner uses it, Copenhagen Grooming. Their whole thing, let me actually share my screen with you guys. So their whole thing is men's beard care in terms of being able to grow a fuller beard. So Hagen Grooming, let me just pull up their website here. And I figured out how to actually share my screen, which is amazing. So give me a sec, stop screen, share screen. Okay, so let me see if we could do this. Okay, so when you see my screen, Copenhagen Grooming is beard growth kit. And so what they do is they sell a package for men it's a daily application package where when you go through their daily routine over 30 or 60 days, you're going to be able to grow a fuller beard. Obviously, this is not something that I can speak to whether it works or not, but according to Dan, it works wonders. And one thing that as soon as he purchased the product and he received the product, one thing that really stood out to him, that he came to me and he's like, hey, we should really look at this. This is a really cool onboarding strategy. So what Copenhagen Grooming did was they don't just ship you a product and say, hope we see you in a couple months. They actually they'll start to message you on Messenger to see if you've had a chance to understand how to use their product. So I've actually taken their customer onboarding sequence, which is super great. So there's a couple ways that brands do this. You can do an email follow-up where post-purchase, once somebody receives your product, you can follow up with them. Sequence of emails you can have in there to ask for reviews, ask for a bunch of stuff. But following up with Messenger like this is a much more direct way to contact your customer in more of a texting friendly, build a relationship way. And so as soon as Dan received the product, it's like, hey, welcome to Copenhagen Grooming family. We hope that you're happy with your new brand beard growth kit and you're ready to begin an awesome journey toward a fuller beard. Would you like a quick guide on how to actually use the beard growth kit? So number one, does your existing onboarding or whatnot, do you make it easy for customers to connect with you? Do you make it easy for people to start to use your product? Because the thing is that the brands that do really well, especially in the consumables space, you want to have it so that your customer uses your product every single day and becomes ingrained as a daily habit. So if you look at any barriers that would prevent that, you might be thinking, I don't have a consumable product. That's okay. Or something like a subscription base. That's okay. But do you make it easy for people to understand how to use your product? Do you follow up with them to see, hey, have you had a chance to try it? What do you think? Are you running into any problems? Etc. So I love this. Would you like a quick guide on the beard growth kit? Okay, cool. Here's a quick video. And then they actually send you a quick video on how to use it, right? And then after that, it's like, oh, awesome. And then because this is in chat support, Dan could have always gone back to Copenhagen and say like, hey, I'm actually getting stuck here or whatnot, right? But then after that, he's like, great. Do you want to join more than 4,000 beard growth kit users who are connecting, sharing their journeys and tips and tricks in our community? Great. So this is a prompt for you to loop back into a conversation and get them into a Facebook group or get them engaging with you on social media or etc. So this is like a closed loop. I absolutely love this sequence because this is a way to very simply make sure your customer doesn't get stuck, open up dialogue, and loop them back into an online community that you are growing. And look, if you're just getting started, you don't need 4,000 people in your group, but you do want to have a friendly approach for people to come in and start to build your community. So in terms of brand differentiation, if you want to have people coming back to you and, if there's a ton of other beard growth remedies out there, but how does Copenhagen keep people shopping with them? Well, it's by nurturing and growing a tribe and also making it really easy with great customer service and a good, simple onboarding sequence that makes it easy for people to use your product. So what I'm curious for you is, what are you currently doing to make that experience once someone shops with you, to make it easy for them to start to use your product on a daily basis? Or what are you currently doing to onboard your existing customer and build that relationship? Let me know below. The other thing I'd love to know is if you are stuck because you don't have a subscription service, or you're in you're selling a product that you don't think really lends itself to this model, let me know. I want to help you come up with that great onboarding, because this is something that so many brands miss. That's so simple, but it's really the big reason why people are going to continue to come back and shop with you. And that's important because customers that end up rebuying from you in the future, you're not needing to pay anything to acquire that customer because they're already in. So long term, not only are you increasing the lifetime value of your customer and how much they shop with you, but you're decreasing your overall customer acquisition costs because you're not focusing 100% of your time on getting new customers constantly, because you also have a plan in place to nurture that back end. Hey guys, I hope you enjoyed that. What was your favorite takeaway from this? Let me know below. And also, guys, we do cover lots of content on launching new products and scaling existing brands. So to not miss a beat, we do release content regularly. Be sure to subscribe to the channel and like this video if you see value. And anyway, guys, we'll see you next time.